All right, if you're tuning in, then you are looking for the answer to number 1. So number 1 is just a review of variables and equations. And it says the following equation is used to find G, the gigs of data Maria used on her cell phone this month. So when I read this, G equals 30 parentheses 12 divided by 4 parentheses minus 87. What is the total G, gigs, of data Maria used on her cell phone this month? We're looking for the answer to this equation. And so whenever I see parentheses next to a number, remember that's like our snake in the grass. So we want to just go ahead and put that multiplication symbol right here so we don't forget. Now the next thing that I want to do before I get started trying to solve this is think about how many actions are in this problem so I know how many lines to draw for solving. So I see that I have multiplication, division, and subtraction. So that's 3 lines that I'm going to need to solve in order to be able to get my final answer, which is G. All right. And so the very first thing I would want to do is acknowledge that I have grouping symbols, multiplicative actions, and additive actions. And so I'm going to be looking for those grouping symbols first. That would be my parentheses right here. So the very first thing I'd want to do is solve 12 divided by 4. So when I solve 12 divided by 4, how many groups of 4 are in the number 12? I can think to myself, and I get the number 3. So I'm going to record the number 3. Basically, the 3 is going to go right here. Then I'm going to drop my minus sign and the number 87 right behind it. I'm going to drop my multiplication symbol and the number 30 right here. I can start with G. So nothing changes order. Everything that was underlined was solved, and then all the leftover pieces were dropped into place. I'm going to go back to my little checklist, and there are no more grouping symbols, so I can go ahead and cross off my G, and I'm looking for multiplicatives. Multiplicatives would be any multiplying or dividing actions. So I actually see multiplication right here in the very front, and I'm going to solve that next. So 30 times 3. Well, I know 3 times 3 is 9, so 30 times 3 would give me 90. And then I'm going to drop a subtraction symbol and the number 87 right behind it. I'm going to go back to my checklist, and I'm going to get rid of my M, and that just leaves additive left. So I have 90 minus 87. How many are between the number 90 and 87? So that would give me 3. So my answer here is 3. G is equal to 3.